Today's show is pre-recorded.
Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like a dapper dog, giving them all dressed like $1,000,000, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Oh, yeah, listening to me. Put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Why don't you join in? Steve Harvey, get them on, y'all. Better give me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Won't you join in with me? If you're with me, help me say, you gotta turn on, yeah, turn on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Know y'all can hear me on. Turn it up. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Yeah. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Turn them up, got to turn Steve Harvey got to turn them out, got to turn them up, got to turn them on in the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on, do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You are listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only, Steve Harvey, got a radio show. Yeah, man. God is in the blessing business all day, every day. God got hundreds of millions of blessings that he passes out every day. All I want to do is be the recipient, that I'm the recipient of what he has for me. That's all I want. I just want God's favor, and I want God's blessings. You know, of course, I need his mercy and his grace, but I just want his blessings and his favor. I want that in my life because it does things for me that I'm absolutely incapable of doing for myself. And I've been a recipient of many of those. And you can be the recipient of them too. You already are, really. Really, you already are. If you're getting up every morning, that's a blessing. If you're getting one day closer to anything you're trying to accomplish, that's a blessing. But now let me talk to you about this part right here, folks, because this is the part that messes people up a great deal. What happens when you get off track? What is that? What does that mean when you get off track? See, I've been off track, I can't tell you how many times. And it happens in so many aspects of your life. But what is it that makes getting off track so debilitating to some people? You know, there are some people who once they off track, they off course, they off the dream, they on to something else. And you cannot allow the fact that you've gotten off track to stop you. Can I tell you something? Everybody gets off track. There are people who are living their life's dreams in spite of getting off track. See, what happens when you get off track, here's the simple thing to do. The simple thing is just to get back on track. Yeah, but that's easier said than done, ain't it, Steve? Yeah, because see, people, when you get off track, here's some of the things that happen. See, you get here come the naysayers, some of them from the outside, some of them internally. Here's what gets said when you get off track. See, I told you. You know, you start hearing that. It's not for you. Okay? This is all just because you got off track. It's not for you. Okay, here's another one. it ain't meant to be. You can hear it or you can say it, well, I guess it's just not meant to be. But let me ask you a question, though. Who made the rule that when you get off track, you can't get back on? Who made that rule? Where is that written that once you get off track, you can't get back on? See, because I'm going to tell you something, folks, there's no such rule. As a matter of fact, it's quite the opposite. See, everybody in pursuit of a dream, a goal, an aspiration, or a mission is going to get off track sometimes. You're going to get derailed. There are going to be days where you're not going to get it right. There are going to be days where you feel like giving up. There's going to be days when you're just going to flat out get it wrong. That's the journey. But let me tell you something. Every successful person that I know, ever met, talked to, sat down and chopped it up with have shared one thing in common. We all get off track. We all get it wrong along the way. I don't care who the person is. The president got it wrong along the way. Your pastor got it wrong along the way. Choir director got it wrong along the way. The principal at your school got it wrong along the way. The valedictorian of your class got it wrong along the way. The star of the team got it wrong along the way. They've all been off track. Your boss down at your job, he got it wrong along the way. Your immediate supervisor got it wrong along the way. Everybody I know that has any measure of success in every level that you call success, however you want to label it, has gotten off track. As a matter of fact, it's impossible. Listen to me. It is impossible not to get off track in pursuit of your dreams, goals, visions, aspirations. It is impossible. Don't you let nobody tell you that they got through life unscathed, that they made it because they was just so determined and I would let nothing turn me back. Yeah, you might not have let nothing turn you back because you're here. Oh, but you thought about it. Oh, you thought about it on days when you was off track. But see, people don't like to tell the whole story. They just want you to think as much as you can about them. So when they tell you their story, they leave out the stuff along the way. It was just hard work and determination that got me here. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It was the fact that you got off track and the grace and mercy of God allowed you to get back on. His forgiveness allowed you to get back on because you would not believe what some of the people have done. So when you get off track, don't allow the naysayers outside and the big naysayer inside. Because let me tell you something. The biggest naysayer of them all comes from inside. See, it don't matter what other people say out there. It takes some time for you to learn this, and I understand, because it took me some time to learn it. See, I have a lot of naysayers out there, but I ain't operating for them. I operate and function for the ones that love me, for the ones that get me, for the ones that understand what I'm really trying to do. And so don't you be the one that doesn't allow yourself to get back on track when you get off track. Because like I said, who made the rule up that you can't get back on track? There's no such rule out there. Stop stopping yourself from getting it right. So what? You started a diet at the beginning of the year and you already off. Start another one. Start over. Try it again. Don't ever stop trying. If you stop trying, you can't make it. But if you never give up the effort, if you never give up and say it's over, it ain't over. You heard the saying, it ain't over till the fat lady sang. I never invite her. She's not invited. It ain't over till the fat lady sang. I don't know where the fat lady stay. I have not sent her an invitation to none of my events. She's not welcome here. She didn't ask me a couple of times, how come I never get invited? Because you're going to start singing. And I ain't got time for that. All right? Stop inviting the fat lady to all your events. Thank you.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me have your undivided attention. This is the Steve Harvey Morning Show. I meant to say show, but I said the Morning Show. Live in living color on this very, very blessed Monday morning. Blessed and highly favored is how I'm living my life, filled with expectations that God will see us through all of this. We're going to be just fine. I've already began the just fine process myself. I invite you all to join in. It's simply a matter of changing your attitude. If you change your attitude, you change your altitude. I'm looking up. That's where all great blessings come from. Good morning, Shirley Strawberry.
Good morning, Steve. Happy Monday.
Carla Farrell.
Good morning, Steve. What's up, crew?
And little bitty junior boy.
Still looking at the same tree.
That damn J. Anthony Brown.
Looking at the window. That's
So
all I'm doing. Through my
the
mind.
window to your heart. Oh, baby, yeah. Nephew Tommy.
Yeah, I'm in the building, baby. Right here.
Yeah, man.
You know, that's what I do.
Oh, he's Goldie today from the Met.
Yeah, you know the rules, Shirley. Radio chose me, you know. And we can settle this like we got some class.
But you know what, Tommy? You got to have vision. Old pimp movies. Okay.
Old pimp movies, man.
That's gonna be on the agenda today.
Everybody good today?
I'm
Yeah.
good.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We ain't been nowhere.
Yeah.
But you know, yeah, we good.
Shaving out.
Yeah.
You know what I realized,
Good.
you know what I realized? I have cooked everything possible.
You sure have.
Yeah.
We
I-
see pictures.
I have cooked cow. I
Yeah,
have
we know.
cooked pig. I'm at the point now. I don't think it's enough animals. We really need some more animals.
Oh.
We do. Shirley, I'm all animal out. You know.
That's
Just
how
the
we got
basics.
COVID-19.
Yeah.
Some animals shouldn't be barbecued, okay?
Just the
But I'm just
basics,
thinking
Tommy.
like y'all don't think like a smothered ostrich would be good. Y'all don't think that'll be
No.
something.
That's why we in this mess now.
Yes.
That's why we in this same
Stick to the
mess right now.
basics.
A blackened giraffe. You don't see that? Y'all don't.
Oh, Cajun giraffe.
No. I had one design one.
I'm tired of the same food. I'm eating the same thing over and over.
It's a blessing you eating though, right? You got
It is. It's a blessing, and it's
Well,
a
you
blessing
blessed.
that
Well,
I'm
You
not
ain't
sick,
sending
so.
us the same food over and over, so.
No, I'm sending y'all different stuff. I'm bored, huh? I just keep cooking.
Are you eating? Are you gaining weight? You're working out,
Shirley,
right?
I go run 4 miles, and then I come back and eat. And then I go
It's
run
a
4
wash.
miles the next.
Wow, that's
I go
good.
run 4 miles the next morning, come back and eat. If I miss one of them 4s, oh, it's a wrap. I'm done.
Well, I'm walking 2
Bad
feet,
ass
then
time.
I eat. How about that? To the refrigerator.
Jay, you got to put some exercise in.
All right, coming up at 32 minutes after the hour, trending political news. Governors dispute the president's claim that there are enough tests to reopen, and protesters, guess what? Agree with the president. We're going to talk about it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
In trending political news, as we all know, the president is anxious, very anxious to reopen the country, but the governors disagree with the president that there are enough testing, that there is enough testing going on to reopen. Protesters around the country also agree with the president that some governors got carried away with the restrictions. As a matter of fact, conservative economist and White House advisor Stephen Moore compared conservative protesters demonstrating against the state's stay-at-home orders to the civil rights icon, Miss Rosa Parks. What? The White House advisor said, I call these people the modern-day Rosa Parks. They are protesting against the injustice and loss of liberties. As you can imagine, people were outraged by Moore's comments. One woman posted on social media, Miss Rosa Parks is known as the mother of the civil rights movement. And you want to compare Miss Marks to these conservative protesters who are just upset they can't go get a haircut or go out to dinner twice a week because of COVID-19? You know,
Are you serious, man?
yeah,
Man.
exactly.
That's your protest?
Yeah.
That's
And
Really?
the president said they have a right to do it.
You know, he agrees with anybody or anything that agrees with him. This is just damn idiotic, man.
He's so needy.
Don't make no
isn't he?
damn sense, man. It's like talking to a damn child.
He's needy.
Yep.
He's so needy. You don't
Hell
like
wrong
me.
with you.
I want you to like me.
Stupid is running the country. And it's,
You
you can't
just,
It's hard
I
to
mean,
put it. It's hard to
Steve,
put it
you
into
can't
words.
fix it.
It
You
really
can't
is
fix
hard
it.
to put into words.
because you know what, man? If he wasn't the president of the United States,
True.
you could look at this totally different. But
He
he holds
is,
the
though.
highest office in the land in one of the most powerful countries in the world.
And you know what, Steve? When he holds these daily press conferences / campaign rallies, when he does these to update us supposedly on what's going on, he berates these reporters so terribly when he doesn't like their questions, and especially the women. I mean, he just berates them. He told one woman yesterday, lower your voice. Lower your voice. Who are you with? Who are you with? I mean, just
was
on and
horrible.
on. He told I
The
think
Asian reporter with CBS
yeah, with
News.
CBS.
Yeah.
You know, she was like, I did my homework. She was just asking a question. Let them do their jobs. They have to ask you tough questions. They have editors, producers to report to. They're asking you questions, but you know, that's
He
his
only
thing.
likes Fox.
Right.
Yes.
If you're from any other, you can't be from MSNBC. You sure can't be from CNN. You can't be
Yeah.
from nothing else.
Oh,
ABC.
no, not CNN. Oh, no.
CBS.
Yeah.
No, you
ABC.
can't be nothing.
And then
Unless
that-
you're from Fox,
Right.
he don't like you. Who
Right,
are you
and-
with? And
yeah,
then
who
that's
are you?
it.
And to the women. And then, you know, you may look at it and say, wow, why are these reporters taking that, you know, from him? But they respect the office of the president's, you know, presidency. They respect that office.
Well, they need
So-
some different reporters, and they need some reporters from Rolling Out
Yes.
magazine
Clapback.
in there.
Yes.
The clapback would be real.
Yeah, get some reporters from Essence magazine in here.
Who you talking to?
Yeah. Hold up, Mr. President. Wait a minute now. You don't want none of this.
Yeah.
F that. Answer the question, sir.
You know, he's so disrespectful.
Vibe
to them.
magazine, the source.
Yeah, the soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
B, you still ain't answered the MF question.
I mean,
Oh,
Jet
Ebony
magazine.
and Jet.
Yeah, Jet magazine.
Yeah. Ebony.
Drugs in that man that really done got tired
man.
because you disrespecting them were fired right back at you.
He berates them. He really does. Yeah, it's painful
Is any
to watch.
white folks tired of him? Any of them?
I think a lot are.
Who I'm with?
just saying.
Who the F you with?
See, he wants to be the reporter now. He wants.
Yeah.
I mean, he
just
told
like
this,
that.
this one reporter last week, enough. I'm like,
It be enough when I'm the F through.
Yeah.
That's when it be enough.
let them do their jobs.
Hey, hold up, man. Hold on, man. Who you talking to like
You
that?
know. You know that's my
Man,
favorite.
Who you think
line.
you talking to?
Yeah.
too.
Because what black people do is we try to get it clear first. Let me make sure
You talking to me?
that you talking to me.
Yeah.
Because what I'm finna fire back, I need to make sure that you was talking to me.
Yeah.
Yep.
But they
so
just
right,
let him
Steve.
get away with it. Well,
Followed by, don't let these 6 feet apart fool you, because I'll come up with it.
Yeah.
I'll come up
Yeah.
with it, okay?
6 feet.
Yeah.
That's you, Jay. You real calm. with
What
it.
you say? What you say, Jay? 'Cause it's 6 feet that close real quick.
This 6 feet can close in on your ass real quick, okay, partner?
I ain't scared of you or the damn virus. So
Yeah.
now what? What?
yeah, it's a shame how he does them. If he doesn't like your question, now if he likes your question, he will go on and on and on incessantly. He'll just
Well,
go
what's
on.
more a shame, Shirley, is the people who believe him.
It's
the
really
person-
It's
sickening,
more,
man.
it's really scary.
I ain't dying for Trump though.
No,
I'm not
hell
dying
no.
for
But
damn
listen
Trump.
to me. He has a base that's really a scary group of people.
Yes.
Because what you've
Those are the
done,
ones that are
because listen to
protesting.
me, man,
Yes.
these are not ignorant people who are following him. The Trump supporters are not ignorant people.
Yeah.
So it's troubling when people who you know have a good sense of how they want their family raised, you know, how they want to educate their kids, how they allow this guy to get away with the things he's getting away with, tell the lies he's telling, and you have good sense. You know this don't sound right to nobody.
Right, and to compare those protesters with Rosa Parks?
There's nowhere.
And they're not all white. That's the scary part about it. They're not
You're
all
protesting to go back outside. We was protesting to eat in places, live in places, ride in places, get educated in places, drink from water fountains from certain places, be able to go to school. That's what we was on the buses for at Rosa Parks. You outside because your ass want to go to the store.
Right.
Well, there you
Man,
have it.
F that.
Right. Coming up next, it is Monday. You know what that means. Get ready for church complaints with Reverend Motown and Deacon Def Jam right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, Miss Ann is standing by with today's COVID-19 national news. Plus, in entertainment news, Bill Cosby will not be granted early prison release due to the coronavirus. Yeah. We'll also talk about this past Saturday night's concert, One World Together at Home, a night of healing and hope. We'll talk about that, and we'll discuss all of these stories at the top of the hour. But first, it is Monday, and it's time to laugh a little bit, folks. And boy, do we need it right about now. Reverend Motown, Deacon Def Jam are here with church complaints.
Clear it up, Pastor. Clear it up.
I'm not able to clear my voice at this particular time because I'm scared of coughing.
Yeah, what it is? I didn't know
The
that.
last time, I want to clear my throat, but the last time I coughed, 4 people shot at me.
All right. Well, are you feeling hot? Do you have a temperature?
No, I don't. I'm absolutely fine here.
That's fine.
All right. Welcome to Monday in this complainingest church in the world, and their fearless leader is with them, representing them. What is it, Deacon?
Let's get down to business, Pastor. The drive-through communion, it worked out pretty well, but now the members are asking if you don't mind giving them gas money since they had to sit there and wait for the communion to come to their car because it took a long time. So they are asking to get some gas money that we had communion a couple weeks ago. They need some help with the gas money.
Well, do you want to pay for gas money or you want to pay for corona treatment?
Whoa. Ooh, well, when you break it down like that.
That's not that.
Next situation. We're not dealing with this today.
What is your attitude today, Pastor?
Well, you know, we all on lockdown, Deacon. We all going through it. And this church of mine got the nerve. Now, I offer communion at the drive-thru so you can have communion. And then I had that, and here they want money for gas. I'm sick of these people. That first thing they're going to do when their ass get corona, they're going to want me to come visit the sick and shut-in. I'm telling you right now, we're not doing that. Your ass is the sick, and you is the shut-in.
Period.
All right. Let me move a little forward then. Members that tuned in into the online service are upset that you didn't clean up your area before you started and went online. Why was your area so much stuff dirty behind you and clothes and stuff on the floor? And why would you do that? Why? That's what
because
they upset
I'm
about,
practicing social distancing, and we ain't got no maid service, and Sister Peterson, which normally cleans up this area, wasn't in today.
Yeah, but
And
you
she
had
was in the day
clothes and
before,
shoes and
but I heard her
underwear.
cough.
Okay. Well, that's different now.
Well, now what you need to do is tell the cameraman Earl to aim high. Just do shoulder above. What are y'all taping the floor for?
Well, it was a lot of dirty drawers on the floor, Pastor, and that's what we didn't understand why you would preach on Easter like that. That just nasty.
First of all, them was not drawers on the floor, Deacon.
What they look like, Charles? What were they?
Them was prayer cloths. Had been wiping my head, sweating so hard, doing this online service. That's what they is, and they for sale, $100.
What kind of church complaints? What is going on?
All right, moving right along, Pastor. The members are wanting to know if you are willing to do a drive-by baptismal using a
Let me ask you a question, Deacon. Is
They wanna do a
all
super-
these complaints going to be coronavirus related?
Well, that's what we going through right now.
Well, we're not doing no more extra.
Hey, Pastor, what is wrong? What is you upset about? We do this every Monday.
No, we don't. The coronavirus is here. I've made so many constitutions for this church.
Oh,
So many novelties for them. I've gone out of my way to be gregarious for this congregation. And now all I get is complaints. Now listen, this is what I'm going to do. I got an apartment building that I rent out to senior citizens.
Uh-huh.
If you want to be baptized next Saturday, I will have a garden hose on the second floor balcony. And if you walk down under it, I can baptize you with the hose. That's the best we could do.
You gonna spray these people.
That's all it is. That's the baptism this week. Garden hose baptismal, social distances is practices. What is your next damn complaint?
Pastor, I don't like your attitude today.
I don't like quarantine, but we in it, ain't we? What is your next complaint?
All right, we need you. Brother Kenneth Wayne is calling members. As you know, he's in jail. He's been there for 3 years. But he is calling members of the church saying, "Nan, nanny, boo, boo, y'all can't go nowhere either." The members want you to call him and make him stop calling. He keeps calling members that's quarantined. Nan, nanny, boo, boo, y'all can't go nowhere. Could you please talk to him and ask him to
Why
stop doing it?
is y'all worried about Brother Kenneth? He been locked up for 3 years now.
Yeah.
Why don't somebody tell Brother Kenneth, we can't go nowhere now? Your ass can't go nowhere never again.
Why you dead, daddy boo? Yep. Hanging that kid.
All right, I passed that on. Here we go. Now, here it is, Pastor. Brother Darius Williams was home safe with his family, his wife, and 5 kids. I guess he couldn't take it no more. He left out at 6 a.m. yesterday with a backpack and a mask. And Sister Williams is asking if we can find him. But at this point right now, Pastor, the man is just gone. He had left his home and his wife and kids.
And
she
real
wants us
quick
to
now,
find-
Deacon, he stays where?
He
Where
stays
is
with
he?
his wife and
Where?
kids. That's here in the city, Pastor. They
What
they've been
city? I'm trying to get to something.
Carolina. Mhm.
Good. There was a report that they saw Brother Darius Williams at the Grand Canyon.
He got there fast.
What is he doing at the Grand Canyon?
He had backpack and a mask on. That's all I know.
We gotta go. Thank you for today's church complaints. Coming up at the top of the hour, entertainment and national news right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
82-year-old Bill Cosby is serving up to 10 years behind bars at the State Correctional Institute, Phoenix in Pennsylvania. It has been reported that 21 inmates and 13 staffers at the prison tested positive for COVID-19. Bill Cosby was denied early release despite an increase of releasing some inmates due to the outbreak. The state said sex offenders are not eligible under the reprieve criteria. Cosby's rep said it's too dangerous to keep Bill Cosby behind bars amid the pandemic and given his poor health. Wow.
Yeah,
So
I
there
think
you
that
have
is something, though, because, they could put him on house arrest or something, but when you have people with pre-existing conditions, man, I understand that.
Sex
he's not
offender.
getting
Do he?
out. Yeah.
Okay.
No, he should still be in there for what he did. He should stay in
Yeah.
And do his
A lot of
wife want him out?
there. Yeah. How about we ask the ladies that he, drugged if he should get out? If they say yes, then he should get out.
There you go,
Point,
Jay.
Other
Good
than
point,
that,
Jay.
he should stay his
Yeah.
ass in there.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah.
In other entertainment news, this past Saturday night's One World Together at Home, hosted by Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, and Stephen Colbert, they brought together the biggest names in music and entertainment to honor those in the front lines of COVID-19, of the crisis. They wanted to offer hope to the world. Lady Gaga, Paul McCartney, Stevie Wonder paid tribute to the late Bill Withers, singing Lean on Me. He also performed his own song, Love's in Need of Love. Usher, yeah, remember that song? Usher, LL Cool J, Oprah, Beyonce, The Roots, and other stars, many other stars, saluted healthcare workers, educators, charities, truck drivers, grocery store workers, and delivery people. If you want to help and do more, all you have to do is log on to act.me. That's ACT.me. Okay?
That's nice.
Yeah, it was. I just saw a snippet of it, but it really was nice. I saw the commercial leading up to it when they were promoting it, and all three of them were talking together. And when the commercial was over,
good.
Stephen Colbert got up and he didn't have any pants on.
Like Steve said, he come to work.
Yeah, they were at home, They did it from their homes, and he got up. Because when you're sitting down, you can't tell, but they said, okay, cut. He got up, had only his underwear on, with a shirt, of course. It was funny.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
That's how it should be done.
That's how it should be
I'm
done, guys.
doing it right now.
I knew it.
Except I ain't got no drawers
I'm like,
on.
why waste draws when nobody could see you? That's the way I'm looking at it.
Sitting here in my leather chair.
How's
you
it going
stuck?
for you? You
If I get up, this what you hear.
Yes. And Jay, I saw your post last week when you had on the same outfit as Cedric the Entertainer with
both of them have on their
yeah,
Versace
the
robes.
red hats and the
Cannot
Versace
believe
red
it.
Versace
Really?
robes.
I
He
can't
was
believe
mad as said, Steve.
it. I'm so upset with him, man.
Yeah,
I gotta
did you
send
see
to
it, Steve?
man.
No, I didn't.
Well, Ced posted one where he had on the the red hat and the red Versace robe. And then,
Bathrobe.
yeah, the bathrobe with a white T-shirt under it, I think. And then Jay came back with his version, talking about really Ced, really.
So upset with him. So upset.
You're still upset, Jay? All
I'm
right,
mad
Steve.
as hell.
Come on, it's time now to get caught up with today's headlines.
Ladies
Steve.
and gentlemen, Miss Ann Tripp.
Thank you very much, Ann. Good morning, everybody. On this Monday, there are now 760,000 coronavirus cases in the United States and now over 40,000 deaths. Nevertheless, some small conservative groups held demonstrations against coronavirus restrictions in several cities over the weekend. Some people said the same language was being used in every city, and they say it's very similar to the way Tea Party activists were organized. So they think a lot of this was staged. As governors across the country, meanwhile, and from both parties, continue to push back on President Trump's claims that the state's already conducting a sufficient number of COVID-19 testing. Virginia's Governor Ralph Northam, he's a Democrat. He said on CNN that it was delusional to suggest that there's been enough testing. Maryland's Governor Larry Hogan, he's a Republican, tells CNN the lack of testing has been the number one problem since the virus began to spread. Ohio's Governor Mike DeWine, also a Republican, is complaining about the lack of test kits in his state. And so is Michigan's Democratic Governor Gretchen Whitmer, who says her state could test more people if they had these supplies. However, President Trump used his coronavirus briefing to defend his handling of the crisis and criticize those who he feels criticize him.
I guess complaining would be a nice way of saying it. We've done a great job for the state of Washington. Michigan, she has no idea what's going on, and all she does is say, oh, it's the federal government's fault. You know the care we've taken of New Jersey. I think if you ask Governor Murphy of New Jersey, how are we doing? I think he'd say great. Governor Cuomo has really said we're really doing a great job, and Governor Cuomo's been appreciative. I want them to be appreciative. And I have to say, the media's been pretty good, and the governors have been really good, except for a couple. And with them, it's just political. How's Trump doing? Oh, well, I don't know. You know, we have done a job the likes of which nobody's seen.
Well, Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren says the president's demonstrating the wrong kind of leadership where it concerns the pandemic, turning informational speeches into pep rallies.
When the Trump administration says, hey, the response to the pandemic is the responsibility of the states, he's just wrong. It is the responsibility of the president. Saying liberate a free Michigan, Virginia, encouraging people to come out and trying to turn this health crisis into a political rally for himself.
And she says the kind of leadership he's demonstrating puts lives at risk and undermines the very strength of this country. Sunday marked the 25th anniversary of the worst domestic terror attack on U.S. soil, the Oklahoma City bombing. And cops in Connecticut say a guy self-isolated himself, broke into a restaurant in New Haven, closed for corona. For 4 days, ate and drank up thousands of dollars in food and liquor. His name is 42-year-old Luis Angel Ortiz, arrested after police found him asleep clutching a bottle of rum. I guess he should have been searching for this. But maybe not brains. Now back to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
In trending news, the Instagram live battle between Teddy Riley and Babyface was a complete fail. It was an epic fail. I mean, yeah, I don't know why they put those two together. I never would have put them together. But anyway, both super producers in their own right. Teddy and Babyface were supposed to battle on this past Saturday night, but Teddy's audio equipment didn't work
He had the virus.
at all.
He had the coronavirus.
Yeah, I mean, meanwhile, Babyface was just chilling, you know, at his home studio, ready to go. Teddy had a few people in his crew trying to work things out, but they couldn't fix Teddy's technical issues. Well, you know what happened next. They ate him up on social media. Lots of social media memes about Teddy Riley.
What'd he say, Junior?
What?
Turn the volume up.
They died a bad death right
Yeah,
there.
they was bad.
They
Yeah.
wore him out, man.
So take a listen.
Try it now.
Exactly,
Still ain't
Jay.
working.
Try it now.
Take a listen. I want you to hear this, Steve. Here's Teddy and Babyface talking about what happened.
Due to technical difficulties, we want to do this thing again. My brother and I agree, and it's just like a boxing match. Something goes wrong, we got to do it again, and that's what's happening. And the good news is we're over 1 million plus, and it's all because of you. So please forgive us. We will be back. Peace and love. I'm Teddy Riley.
What does it mean? It's like a boxing match.
Yeah, because in a boxing match, two boxers show up.
They show up and they do it. So what are you
and they do
talking
it.
about?
Yeah, I don't know.
Man, play the audio tape.
Do what, Junior? Do what?
Plug in the audio tape. I'm sorry, y'all. They can't hear us.
Can y'all hear me in there? Can you hear me in there?
Not
where
work
you are?
out.
They ate
Yeah,
him
we hear
up,
you because
though.
you yelling.
Calvin, stop dancing and plug in the audio tape.
Calvin.
No. That turn the lights off. Whatever you did, turn the lights off. Now the lights is off.
now try it now.
Try it now.
Sounds like Aqua Boogie prank, Tommy.
Wait a
Aqua Boogie prank.
Unplug the refrigerator. Try that.
You got the garage door opening and closing. Ah, damn.
Who in there is on their computer?
All right, well, you guys get the
You
point.
just cut off Granddaddy's CPAP machine with your gun ass self.
The rematch is supposed to be tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll see how it goes, okay?
Quit flushing them toilets.
That's that Aqua Boogie current.
That's what I said. Coming up in 34 minutes after the hour, Ask the CLO. The Chief Love Officer, Steve Harvey, is in the building right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Time now for Ask the CLO, our Chief Love Officer. Submit your questions to steveharveyfm.com, and the CLO will be happy to answer them. This one, Steve, is from Sean in Florida. Before I got furloughed from work, a handsome new guy started working at my job. We've been getting to know each other on the phone, and we just found out that he is my ex-boyfriend's cousin. My ex-boyfriend is on a teaching assignment in Dubai, so he's been out of the country for 3 years. I figured this would be a problem, but the guy told me we can see how things go and keep it casual for now. What does that mean, CLO?
Well, it just means he's going to continue pursuing you the way you have. You all having conversations. But his plan is to see if it can go further. But he's got to make sure you're in line with it. So all it is he's just saying let's keep things like it is. But if he keeps talking to you, it's not because he wants to keep things like it is. He just got to see if you okay with sleeping with your ex-boyfriend's cousin.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is. And if you okay with it, he gonna be okay with it. But he's been doing a gentleman thing and allowing you the chance to make that decision. But that's what he means by we'll keep it casual.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is from
Until you can't take it no more.
She said she figured this would be a problem. DJ in Fort Worth says, I have a big problem with my fraternity brother. He introduced me to one of his son's mothers, and she is beautiful.
Hold on. Say what now?
Oh, to one of his, I'm sorry, I said one of his, that is right. Okay, DJ in Fort Worth, I have a big problem with my fraternity brother. He introduced me to one of his son's mothers, and she is beautiful and thick and just my type. He told me she was the devil and he couldn't stand her. I ran into her again at the club and we got drunk and had sex that night. She said she did it to get back at my frat brother. I'm cool with it because we're still having great sex often. My frat brother has threatened to jump on me if I don't leave her alone. Am I wrong if it's just sex and nothing else?
Dog, your boy told you that was the devil. You meet the devil at the club, y'all have sex that night.
I know, that's the crazy part.
That ain't sound like the devil to you, dog. And now she says she just did that to get back at her boyfriend. I think your frat brother right, man. Now, you can go ahead if you want to, but y'all keep having great sex. Well, go ahead, man. Go ahead. But, I mean, look, man, you know, I don't care.
Get a beat down.
I mean, bro, now your boy done told you he gonna jump on you if you keep seeing her.
Mm-hmm.
You don't believe that?
He didn't believe the other part that he said.
See, dog, you kind of stupid if you ask me. First of all, that move on your boy's ex-girl after he told you that he told you to quit seeing her, and now you letting the wrong part of your body do the thinking. So now here's the deal. He gonna find out and he gonna jump on you. And you're going to get your ass whooped. Mm-hmm. And then you got to just make the decision, was it worth it?
Woo, all right.
Man. It's kind of crazy, man. I don't even understand, but okay,
stop.
Whatever.
Tyra in Charlotte says, I've been dating a man for 5 years, and he has told me I'm the woman he wants to marry. I have a feeling that he's cheating on me, and when I ask him about it, he tells me that he's just making sure he gets some things out of his system before he gets married. I don't want to sit around waiting for him if he's seeing other women, but I don't want to lose him if he's really trying to marry me. Should I follow my first mind and dump him?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That was simple.
Yeah, that's what your intuition is for. Mm-hmm. You dating a guy for 5 years. Obviously, you all was supposed to be in some type of committed relationship. He turns around and tells you after you bust him, he wants to get everything out of his system, but I want to marry you. So if he marries you, how do you know it's out of his system?
Right.
Follow your heart. Follow your mind, not your heart.
Good answer, CLO. You can submit your questions to steveharveyfm.com. Now, coming up next, the nephew in the building with the prank phone call right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today. The subject, when the shoe is on the other foot. Wait till you hear this one. Right now, though, the nephew is in the building with today's prank phone call. What you got for us today, Neff?
Brand spanking new Shirley straight off the press. 2020. This right here is called Zoom Golly Golly. Zoom.
Zoom, golly, 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 zoom.
That boy know. That boy know. Zoom Golly Golly. Let's go, cat dog.
Hello?
Hey, I'm trying to reach Ty. Ty, is that your name, Ty?
Yeah, my name is Ty. Who is this?
Hey, this Kennedy, man. You can call me Ken, but this Kennedy. You work with my wife, with my wife, Catrice.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I work with Catrice, man. I've been working with her for years, man. What's going on?
Okay, hey, what's up, bro? I can't remember if I met you before, Ty, or not. I ain't sure. But I seen your face. Y'all be the job. Y'all be doing this this Zoom thing, right?
Yeah, we do Zoom for conference calls, man. What's going on? What's up?
Okay, so let's hear me out, man. So this what's going on. I noticed, I passed by the office, my wife in there doing the Zoom thing, and I see, all these people on there, and y'all doing I guess y'all doing the conference call or whatever. But when I look closer, but when I look closer, it seemed like when my lady talking, when my wife talking, seemed like you over there touching yourself, winking your eye, like you trying to make passes at her, give her a hint or something. I don't know what the going on, if you trying to throw her some sign language or something, but all this Zoom golly golly bullshit, this here gotta stop, dog.
Wait. First off, man, you got me messed up, and another thing, man, take all that bass out your voice. You're gonna talk to me with a little respect. Now, I've been knowing your wife for years, man. I got nothing but the utmost respect for her. I would never do anything to disrespect her, man. I'm married myself, man. I wouldn't put myself out there like that.
So what the is you? What are you doing while my wife talking on this Zoom, dog? What is you doing?
Yo, I'm not doing anything but my job, man. And again, we both grown ass men, so you ain't gonna talk to me any kind of way. You ain't gonna talk down to me, man. You ain't gonna call my phone and talk to me like a child, okay?
Let me go and let me put this out here, right here, Ty. Let me tell you right here, Ty. Let me tell you this. Right now, I'm telling you right here for Lord. I swear to you, man, if I see when my wife get on the Zoom again, if I find out you on there touching yourself, look like you wanking at her, I promise you, soon as this virus get through, I promise you, all that Zoom golly golly gonna get your ass whooped. I'm telling you right now, dog. Cut that bullshit out on that damn conference, man.
Hey, man, like I done told you, okay? Man, you need to quit talking to me that way. And you know what? You, by the way, man. You ain't gonna call me and talk all this.
No, you, man. You ain't gonna be with my wife with that bullshit, touching yourself, wanking.
With your wife, man.
What is you wanking your motherfucking eye for, man?
What? I ain't winking at your wife. Are you crazy or something? Are you touched in the head, man? What's wrong with you?
I'm gonna touch your motherfucking ass up if I find out you on that Zoom with that all that Zoom golly golly bullshit gonna get you up.
Well, I tell you what, you better thank God for the coronavirus, because if it was anything different, I'd be at your house on your ass right now. You hear what I'm saying?
You can say what you want and do what you want. Matter of fact, soon as this get up out the air, it's me and you, partner. Oh, Zoom golly golly, me and you.
Ain't nothing between us but opportunity. Whenever you ready,
Ain't nothing between us but that virus. And as soon as that gone, it's me and you. I told my wife you was over there doing that bullshit. I told Catrice that.
Bro, I done told you more than once. I have nothing but respect for your wife, but me and you, we ain't, bro. Wait till this over, man. All this bullshit. You calling me on my phone, talking all this and I'm trying to do something. I got a married woman in this house looking at me crazy right now. Are you out your mind, man? Whenever you ready to come over here and get your ass whooped, you go ahead and come over here. You go ahead and jump.
Okay, let me ask you this here. Do you know Dwayne, Bean, and Big Mike? Do you know them?
Hell yeah, I know them. Them my boys, man. So what you know about them?
What I know about them, Ty, is they told, Ty, listen to me, they told me to call you. This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked. You got pranked by your boy Dwayne, Bean, and Big Mike.
I'm gonna whoop they ass. Yo, Tom, you have my blood pressure up, man. I thought I was
You
going
good?
to jail for real.
Hey, man, we got to laugh during this time right now, baby. It's time. We got to laugh, man.
Bro, that is the most excitement I've had since lockdown. Thank you, man.
Hey, man, so y'all, your job doing all these, y'all doing Zoom conferences? You doing a lot of them?
Yeah, man, that's all we've been doing, man. Because, we can't go anywhere, can't meet up with people. So, man, we've been doing them a whole lot, man. That's all we've been doing.
I hear you. Well, hang in there, man. Be safe. Keep your family safe, man. And try to put a laugh on somebody's face. That's all the nephew trying to do, man.
And you know what, man? We appreciate everything you do during this time, man. You guys are helping us stay up. So thank you, bro.
All right, man, 2020, let me know this, man. What is the baddest, and I mean the baddest radio show in the land?
Steve Harvey Show with Nephew Tommy.
Crazy.
What you think? What you think?
Okay.
Like too much.
Yeah.
What we think every day.
Yeah.
Man, when my wife doing her conference,
you on Zoom play.
You damn right. I want to see your hands. I want to see
He
your
turned
hands.
on you, though.
Yeah.
Calling me with this mess, man. But at first,
Hey,
he was
the
going,
TN
hey, hold up, man. I got mad respect for your wife, dog. Hold up. I ain't doing nothing.
And then he lost it, dog.
Hey, man, then when he found out what you was really talking about, what?
Oh, man. The T&J Coronavirus Stay-at-Home Comedy Show hosted by me and the one and only J. Anthony Brown. You can catch us every Wednesday. That's going to be 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And it's on my YouTube channel. That is The
Right now.
Nephew Tommy.
Right now.
EXP.
Send us your
The
videos.
Nephew.
Turn your camera sideways. No links, please. Just raw video at home, in the car, in the backyard, wherever you are. Thank you.
There you go. There you go. So all you comedians out there, you want to upload and send us your information? T&J stayhomecomedy@gmail.com. T&J stayhomecomedy@gmail.com. Come on, get
If
with
you don't
us. We
see
doing
yourself on the show, we didn't like your video. That's all.
Oh, that rhymes, Jay.
That's it.
That rhymes.
That's another one.
Got a little agging, boy. Y'all been over a few weeks now. You just agging. All right.
All right. Thank you, nephew. Thank you, Jay. Coming up next, Strawberry Letter subject, when the shoe is on the other foot. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And if you need advice on relationships, sex, dating, work, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live
I
on
bet
the
you
air.
that.
Just like we're going to read that one right there.
Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is, the Strawberry Letter.
Thank you, nephew. Subject, when the shoe is on the other foot. Dear Steve and Shirley, I'm in my mid-30s and I've been married 13 years and we have 4 kids. In the beginning of our marriage, I was hard-headed and I had a lot of growing up to do. And 7 years after we got married, I had an affair and my wife ended up catching us in the act in my car. I fought hard to get my wife back. And since then, I have been the ideal husband and father. My wife forgave me, but she said she would never forget the image of me having sex with another woman. A few months ago, I was paying bills on the laptop that I share with my wife, and I started looking through old pictures and videos of our children. I came across a video of my wife and a man lying on a bed in what looked like a nice hotel room. The video was from 3 years ago, and it was not very clear, but I could tell it was my wife in her underwear. I sat there and watched my wife being intimate with another man. I immediately confronted my wife, and she stood there with a smirk on her face. She admitted to cheating on me, filming it, and planting the video so I could see it. She said she only had sex one time, and she felt terrible afterwards. She asked me how it feels when the shoe is on the other foot. I was breathing fire, and I felt like a fool, so I did not say anything. She told me that it was 3 years ago, so it should not be an issue now. I cheated first, so I haven't said much to her about it, but it's eating me up inside. She will not tell me who the guy is in the video, so I'm suspicious of every man in her life right now. Do I have to take this one like a man and move on with my life and this marriage? How should I handle this? Please help.
Jesus.
Ooh, yeah. Do you have to take this one like a man and move on with your life and this marriage? My response is, if you can. I mean, hey, she took you back after she caught you in the car.
It'd be good in the car, though. I ain't gonna lie, it'd be good.
In the car with another woman, she caught you. So, I mean, can you do this? I mean, as a man, and you're a man, and it's quite different when, as you say, the shoe is on the other foot. There's a whole double standard with cheating. You know that. The woman, just like your wife did, usually takes the man back. She forgives him. They work through it. If they have to go to counseling or whatever, it takes time, but they can work through it. And usually women, a lot of women take their husbands back after their men are caught cheating. Men, on the other hand, rarely can work through it and stay with their wives after they've caught their wife cheating, after their wife has slept with another man, after they see on the laptop that their wife has been with another man. I mean, men are territorial, and Steve will talk more about that, I'm sure. It's just not the same to a man. It's just not the same. Some men can, but most of them can't. So, which guy are you? Are you going to be able to live with this? You got to take into consideration that your wife forgave you, and how she must have felt catching you. I mean, you saw it on the laptop. You didn't catch her in the act. She said she planted it so you could see it. So, I mean, which guy are you? Are you the one that can maybe work through it and take her back? Or, are you going to, just get a divorce and move on because you can't? Your wife definitely wanted you to see this video, though. She knew it would hurt you, and she knew that you would feel some kind of way because you knew nothing about what she was doing. So she wanted to get you back, and she did. So, only you can answer that. Are you going to be able to take her back? Only you can. Like I said, some men do. Which one are you? Steve?
Shirley, really, really good answer. Really, really good answer. I don't know what angle I'm going to take on this, but let's just go through this letter, dog. You 30s, 13 years you've been married, 4 kids. You was hard-headed in the beginning, had a lot of growing up to do. So 7 years after we got married, I had an affair, and my wife ended up catching us. Well, now, this wasn't the first time you did something, dog. This was the time she caught you. You had several. You don't ever get caught like that. You had some warnings, but like he said, when he was first out there, he was hard-headed. He had a lot of growing up to do, in the beginning of their marriage. So what that mean? He done a couple of tricky things. Now you want to talk about the one that 7 years after you got married, you had an affair, and your wife ended up catching us in the act in my car. Boy. Pants down around your ankles, butt all up in the damn window.
Give us the visual, Steve. Yes.
She got one high heel in the back window, the other high heel on the armrest of the driver. That's what she can't get out of her head. Hell, I can't get it out of mine, and I wasn't even there. Oh, you fought hard to get your wife back. And you've been an ideal husband and father since then. Your wife forgave you, but she said she could never forget the image of me having sex with another woman. We come back, I got it for you.
Woo. All right, Steve. This is a crazy letter right here. We'll have part 2 of Steve's response coming up at 23 minutes after the hour. When the shoe is on the other foot is the subject of today's Strawberry Letter. Part 2 of Steve's response coming up at 23 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. When the shoe is on the other foot.
Well, man in his 30s has an affair, been married 13 years, 4 kids, had an affair with somebody. Wife catches him having sex in his car. You fought hard to get your wife back. Since then, you've been the ideal husband and father. And your wife forgave you, but she said she could never forget the image of me having sex with another woman is stuck in her head, boy. And that's an ugly image. Like I said, let me paint the image for you. She saw you from behind. Pants down around your ankle.
Dang.
One of the girls' high heels is up in the rear window of the car, and the other high heel is on the armrest in the front seat.
Really?
Yeah.
Your imagination.
I know.
Yeah.
That's how you see it. Okay.
That's the picture she can't get out of her mind. Now, a few months ago, you paying bills on the laptop that you share with your wife. And that ain't good. I started looking through old pictures and videos of our children. I came across a video of my wife and a man lying on a bed in what looked like a nice hotel room. That's what it was. It ain't just look like that. That's what it was. The video was from 3 years ago, and it was not very clear, but I could tell it was my wife in her underwear. I sat there and watched my wife being intimate with another man. Dog, you watched your wife have sex?
Wow. How long you do that?
He watched the whole thing. What? I immediately confronted my wife, and she stood there with a smirk on her face. She admitted to cheating on me, filming it, and planted the video so I could see it. This is a gangster move, right?
Yes, it is, sir.
This is a go gangster move right here. She been just waiting on the day till you find it because she knew you would. Well, you found it 3 years later. And she planted there so you could see it. She said she only had sex one time and she felt terrible afterwards. She asked me how I'd feel when the shoe is on the other foot. In other words, how you like seeing your spouse having sex with someone else. God, dog. Woo!
Tommy, you all right?
How I feel, shoe on the other foot. I was breathing fire. I felt like a fool, so I did not say anything. She told me it was 3 years ago, so it shouldn't even be an issue now. Then you thought I cheated first, so I ain't said much to her about it, but it's eating me up inside. Then she won't tell you who the guy is in the video, so now I'm suspicious of every man in her life right now. Do I have to take this one like a man and move on with my life and this marriage? How should I handle this? Please help. Well, first of all, take this line out. Do I have to take this one like a man and move on with my life and this marriage? I can't answer that for you, though. Shirley was exactly right about that. Some men can, some men can't. You have to decide which one you are. But you kind of, you lit the fire now. You lit the fire. You didn't know it. You thought it had went out. But now you started this fire.
It was
now it's all coming down the hill. Now I done burnt your damn yard up now. See, so I don't know what you should do. But she did a gangster move.
Yeah.
She wanted you to see how it felt. Now, both of y'all young. You're in your 30s. You're young. You can throw your family away and go start over, but you do love your wife. She obviously loved her husband. She said she felt terrible about it. I don't know whether she did or not. That sounds like a very Christian thing to say, though. At least make you think it was horrible. But you probably ain't seen them panties she had on in that video ever before, so there was some type of preparation made for it. So
I don't know how you handle it.
What was the visual again, though, in the car, Steve? I gotta
Well,
hear
the
that
visual
one.
was
Yeah.
you had your pants down around your ankles,
Uh-huh.
and she was just all she saw your ass in the air. Now the girl, she got one of her high heels up in the rear mirror of the car,
Wow.
the rear up in the window of the car, of the back where the back seat at, and the other foot is up on the driver's side headrest.
They see
And
went all the way.
you in there letting them have it. And now
Mm,
your
all
wife,
on
when
the
she
window.
looked in the car and saw it was you, she ran around to the passenger side just to see your face. And it was you.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Well,
Oh, you tried to get out of there and act like wasn't nothing happened. But one thing about it don't go down right away. So soon as you snatch out, it take a minute for everybody realize, hey.
Post your comments on today's Strawberry Letter at Steve Harvey FM on Instagram and Facebook. And check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand. Coming up at 46 minutes after the hour, our resident poet, Junior in the building. He's written a poem for today. We're going to talk about it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, 420 is today, and
Yes, it is.
as we know, it's not just today's date, but 420 is a code for smoking marijuana.
Yes, it is.
I didn't know that.
It's been a long time. That's been going on for years.
What?
Yeah, it's been going on.
I've never heard it myself, Shirley.
I'm having
a
a
smoker,
Zoom
but-
party. No joke. I'm having a Zoom party. I already gave out the information. I can't take any more people. I have 50 people, and I'm signed up already.
Dang.
To celebrate.
This is like Babyface and Teddy Riley.
Wait. My stuff. We don't care if stuff don't work. We ain't want it like that.
So you've really gotten creative during this quarantine.
Yes,
Jay.
I have.
Yeah. Okay, so we know it's 420. That's a code for smoking marijuana. You learn something new every day. We all know J. Anthony Brown, as he just stated, Snoop, and others will be celebrating this epic day. As a matter of fact, who knew? Junior wrote a poem about 420.
Yeah,
What?
I sure did. Yeah, I did, Tommy. Yeah, because I'm sitting here.
Okay.
I got time.
Why not?
Yeah, why not? I knew it was
Don't we all?
420. You know, so here it is for all the people smoking today. Here it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's to all the 420s. That's the day they celebrate. But they won't remember 421 because of the brownies that they ate. So celebrate this glorious day and take a toke to get high. And get your butt up off that couch. You can do it if you try. So here's to all the 420s. May you celebrate with class. And don't get too high to forget to wash your hands. And remember to wear a mask. And also, don't cough.
What?
Are you celebrating, Junior?
No,
That's
just
your
wait. That's just for them.
Because that's what the poem is.
Yeah, Tommy.
That's
yeah.
your poem?
That was
Tommy,
great, Junior.
It was not
That
for y'all.
great. Thank
It was
you.
for
Come
the
on, Steve,
420s.
with a comeback. I know you got to come back.
So people that's high think that like is the bomb.
Oh,
Deep,
dog.
yeah, they
dog,
think
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like,
dog, it's
Yeah,
deep.
no.
They ain't even gonna
For
remember.
those of you who waited on this poem from our guy Junior,
yeah.
I knew before he even said it that it wasn't going to do nothing to you. So now you waited, and he has gone, and the poem is really all over. Too bad, Junior. I told you it wasn't going to be on you. You don't really have the skill for poetry, but you keep on writing it anyway. But we'll just wait till next week, and you can mess our head up another day.
Happy
The end.
420, everybody.
Both were
Thank
nice.
you,
Both
Steve.
of them were nice.
Yeah. Hey, coming up at the top of the hour, J. Anthony Brown is here with his stimulus package. We'll talk about it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, J. Anthony Brown is here with his own stimulus package, okay?
Stuff we really need.
Thank you, Jay.
Stuff, you know, I understand these mayors and the president and all, they're really focusing on stuff, but they're leaving out a lot of stuff. Stuff like this is very important. Those checks are important, but what we really need, every household, is toilet paper. Now, I don't know how you're going to get it to us, but we need toilet paper. Now, them checks, if them checks keep coming, we're going to have to use them damn checks if you keep on, because we need toilet paper really bad.
We got to use these damn checks.
With
We're
Donald
going to have to
Trump's
use them checks for
signature
toilet
on
paper
them.
because we're short on paper. This is my stimulus program. Here's something else we need. I don't know who we talk to. I don't know who we call. But everybody need Netflix, Hulu, HBO, whatever form of entertainment you can get. We need this for free. Free. We don't need no charges for nothing. Share your code with every damn body. That's what we need to do.
Ought to have just a government code.
Share your code. Yeah. I have figured out how to get people to stay 6 feet apart.
Oh,
I've been
really?
working on this, and I've come up with everybody need to eat garlic. Everybody.
That will keep you back.
Everybody get some garlic in their mouth.
Big pieces of garlic. And men, if you're allergic to garlic, you can use some of them cheap-ass colognes like High Karate. And ladies, if you don't like garlic, White Diamond will keep people away from you. So if you use a lot of white...
Jay.
Yo, what else?
Apple cider vinegar will keep you up off of somebody. Trust me. Take 2 teaspoons of that and see if they don't get back.
Oh, they'll back up off you, man. They'll back up off you. Now, we have decided to put this country to work making masks. So what we need, I found out that you can make masks from bras. I've found out that this is the absolute
Oh, yeah.
I love bras.
What we don't want, we don't want everybody to send bras in, okay? All of y'all, you know, some of these bras will cover everybody's face, and we don't need that. We just need the smaller bras. We don't need the bra that's gonna cover your whole head.
Well, then let me just say this, then.
Yes, thank you, Steve. Well, if you want to cover your car, George Wallace's mama has a couple that will completely cover your whole damn car. Just 2 of them is all you need.
How do y'all talk about each other mama like this, man? How do you
Because
do
we
this?
do. We just do. Just do. Also, we're going to need the people who sell recreation drugs. You know who you are. We need y'all to drop these prices. We're not gonna go through this, okay? We're not gonna go through with these prices, okay?
What we ain't gonna do is have to go pick it up.
Yeah. What we ain't gonna do, we ain't gonna have to go pick it up. Yeah. The mailman is coming by the house and UPS. We can hook something up with them so it's dropped off daily, all right? Because we need this stuff, all right? If the gas can come down, your ass can come down. The gas is dropping. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, man. I love it.
Is that it on your stimulus package?
I'm
This is
Team
my
J all
stimulus
day,
package. That is.
That fool said,
The gas will come down.
That's it. That's all I have.
Donald
My
Trump
stimulus.
said he was the one. It was his idea to sign the checks. After
Oh, my
lying
God,
about
yeah.
it, after lying about it, saying he didn't know how
I'm so sick of
what
that
that was
dude,
about.
man.
He said, yeah, it was his idea. Or Steve Mnuchin said that anyway. Yeah. All right, well, listen, we'll be back. Thank you, Jay, for that stimulus package. We'll be back with more of today's trending stories on the Steve Harvey Morning Show. That's coming up at 20 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, it's one thing to be quarantined. It's something altogether different to be quarantined with 4 kids. All you have to do is ask Kim Kardashian. She recently let it slip that showers don't always make it into her daily agenda. According to the reality star, Kim, her current situation isn't always glamorous. She said, there are so many days I don't even brush my hair or get to shower, Mrs. Kanye West revealed. It's a different type of task when you're now having to homeschool your kids and figure it all out. Last week, whiny. Rich people problems, Jay. Last week, Kim was trying to get away from her kids by hiding out in the guest bedroom, but that didn't work.
My daughter Brandy went and hid from BJ yesterday.
From her
I called her
baby.
to check on her. She said, "Daddy, how you doing?" I said, "Why you whispering?" "I'm in the closet."
I said, you in the closet? What? I'm hiding from BJ. Why you hiding from BJ? I need a break.
Oh, you said Brandy. You mean Carly.
No, Carly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carly.
Okay.
Because you know what, Steve? A lot of these people have never been around their kids this long.
Yeah.
They never have. They never have.
No, man, it's hard.
It's hard work.
Especially when you've been sending them to school. Now you ain't at work and he ain't at school. Oh, it's hard on these people, man.
I respect the teacher. Let me tell you, I respect them.
God bless our educators.
I bow down to the teachers, man.
Coming up next, we'll have some trending news stories at 33 minutes after the hour and more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
In trending news, the Instagram live battle between Teddy Riley and Babyface was a complete fail. It was an epic fail. I mean, yeah, I don't know why they put those two together. I never would have put them together. But anyway, both super producers in their own right. Teddy and Babyface were supposed to battle on this past Saturday night, but Teddy's audio equipment didn't work
He had the virus.
at all.
He had the coronavirus.
Yeah, I mean, meanwhile, Babyface was just chilling, at his home studio, ready to go. Teddy had a few people in his crew trying to work things out, but they couldn't fix Teddy's technical issues. Well, you know what happened next. They ate him up on social media. Lots of social media memes about Teddy Riley.
What'd he say, Junior?
What?
Turn the volume up.
They died a bad death right
Yeah,
there.
they was bad.
They wore him out, man.
So take a listen.
Try it now.
Exactly,
Still ain't
Jay.
working.
Try it now.
Take a listen. I want you to hear this, Steve. Here's Teddy and Babyface talking about what happened.
Due to technical difficulties, we want to do this thing again. My brother and I agree, and it's just like a boxing match. Something goes wrong, we got to do it again, and that's what's happening. And the good news is we're over 1 million plus, and it's all because of you. So please forgive us. We will be back. Peace and love. I'm Teddy Riley.
What does it mean? It's like a boxing match.
Yeah, because in a boxing match, two boxers show up.
They show up and they do it. So what are you talking about?
I don't know.
Man, play the audio cable.
Do what, Junior? Do what?
Plug in the audio cable. I'm sorry, y'all. They can't hear us.
Can y'all hear me in there? Can you hear me in there?
Not work out.
Yeah, we hear you because you yelling.
Calvin, stop dancing and plug in the audio cable.
Calvin.
No. That turn the lights off. Whatever you did, turn the lights off. Now the lights is off.
Now try it now.
Try it now.
Sounds like Aqua Boogie prank, Tommy.
Wait a
Aqua Boogie prank.
Unplug the refrigerator. Try that.
You got the garage door opening and closing. Ah, damn.
Who in there is on their computer?
All right, well, you guys get the
You
point.
just cut out Granddaddy's CPAP machine with your dumb ass self.
The rematch is supposed to be tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll see how it goes, okay? Coming up, it's the last break of the day.
Pause. It is the last break of the day. I got to have one.
And then at 49 minutes after, Steve is coming up with his closing remarks from today, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, here we are, last break of the day. It's been a good Monday.
It really has.
Yeah.
The fact that we're looking at it means it's a damn good Monday, y'all.
Exactly, yeah. Very grateful. Very grateful. Mm-hmm. Stay safe out there, everyone. Please stay safe. And definitely healthy. And Tommy, you keep cooking.
Tommy.
Y'all, you know what? Why y'all get mad at my cooking?
We're not mad at you.
I don't have anything else to do.
You're eating a lot of meat, man. You need.
But why are you
vegetables.
sending it though?
Okay, you know what? And I'm glad you said that. I won't send anything else.
know how-
Evidently it's bothering you.
You gonna need a
know how it is.
cholesterol check before this.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
gonna
It
die
ain't
from
bothering
something else.
me at all. The question was, why is you sending it? It don't bother me at all.
I ain't got nothing to do.
I ain't got nothing else to do. So I cook, and then I may send a picture of my, what I've done. I didn't know it was going to
Can I ask you a question, partner?
Go ahead.
You're cooking just meat. There's no vegetables at all.
Nothing green.
And then
No.
And then
Jay,
wait a minute, Tommy. Wait a minute.
What is we supposed to say?
But wait a minute, Steve. Steve had objection to the fish you sent us with the stick of butter on it. That was a bit much.
One fish.
It was a half a stick. It was a half.
But it was one fish. It was one fillet.
Yeah.
It was one piece of flounder with a half a stick of butter on it.
No,
who
that
does
was an
that?
entire,
That's a heart
it was
attack
an
waiting
entire
to happen.
flounder. It was a huge fish. That was a big
It wasn't
fish.
that big, dog. We saw
You
the
didn't
picture.
need all that butter, Tommy.
Well, maybe
You know
the
your
pictures-
hands can't cut open no big ass fish.
Maybe the pictures.
Your hands can't hold no
It's
fish.
a
I didn't know
very
you were
big piece
going
of
there,
fish.
Steve.
No, it wasn't, dog. I know what a half stick of butter look like. I know proportions. I'm older than you.
Partner, that was a lot of
but
butter.
that was
a lot of butter, dog.
It was a half a stick of butter on it, Steve.
Mrs. Butterworth.
Who
said
helped
that
you
was
put
a
the
lot of
butter in there?
That was a lot of butter.
I put the butter in there myself.
Oh, you had some tongs?
Oh man, I ain't gonna do this.
You brought it up.
I'm not gonna do this. And you know what, Jay? I don't like you coming with all this meat. I have vegetables, but
We ain't seen none.
I didn't
man. I ain't
send
gonna lie
you
to
that.
Jay is right.
We have not
I ain't
seen
seen
no
nothing there. I ain't seen no Brussels sprout.
Well, Jay, I won't be sending that either because my uncle don't like me sending nothing.
I done told you already. I don't care what you send, but do you want us to say something about it?
I don't want you to say a damn thing. What I'm saying is,
okay. Well, what is you sending it for then? But you had words with it. You had words with all the pictures, and then you don't want us to say nothing back. Now I'm sorry because I noticed there was a half stick of damn butter on one piece of fish, and now you mad? Now I'm just trying to save your little short ass life.
Why you my life short? Wait, back up. Why my life short?
Cause you short.
So short
It's a
people
play on words.
Stop. So short people have short lives. We don't live long.
I didn't say that.
Actually,
That's what you're
the other way
saying.
around.
No,
Tall
I said
people
your
don't live
life
long.
is short. Like you don't see all the stuff I see.
Because you're tall.
Yeah. You have a short view. A lot of stuff you ain't never did. You ain't never reached
There's a
up
lot
on
of
top of the
stuff in my life.
refrigerator. Let's just think about this. You ain't ever reached up on top of the refrigerator. You ain't ever put the glasses just on the third
There's
shelf.
nothing up there he wants. That's why.
It ain't nothing, he can't get nothing up there.
I can reach the top of the refrigerator.
With a running start.
That's right. You can't reach the top of my hand if I hold it straight in the air.
ass up.
We're not gonna do this, y'all. We're not.
If I hold my hand straight in there,
Jay,
you can't
Jay,
reach
we're
it.
doing it. We're doing
We're not gonna do this.
No, we're
No,
already
man.
there, Jay.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, let little man defend himself. Go on, little man. Go ahead. Say what you gonna say, man. Y'all be quiet. All y'all tall ass. Go ahead.
You gonna
Hold on, man. I'm gonna shut up.
I'm gonna say this. You gonna make me mad in a minute here.
Oh, well, that's pretty much what I'm aiming
Why
for.
you tell
so
him that? Yeah. You
how
know
long
he's-
it's gonna take? Is we there
Take
yet?
him on.
Yeah, I'm Ice Cube now. Is we there yet?
I'm just, you gonna make me mad in a minute now.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. Even your temper is short.
You keep walking right into these jams.
You all know how Tommy is.
Hold on. I'm
Listen
trying
to
to think of a snappy comeback. Hold on. I'm coming up with something, Tommy.
Well, you ain't snappy enough. Hurry up.
I ain't
Never
snapped back
taking
yet.
this long, Jay.
Oh, man.
Now when it's time for me to come back, he ain't got nothing.
Team Tommy.
Well, come on now. I'll give you a short while to do it. Go.
Jay is usually quick.
I know.
Jay, hello.
He what he trying to tell you, he ain't got nothing. I'm rolling. I'm hot. I'm on fire and caught.
Whatever.
Man.
Whatever.
Come on, Tommy, say something, man.
No. You know what? I'm not gonna do it today. I'm not.
Well, he gonna be back here tomorrow.
I'll be right back here. Still gonna be tall. Yeah.
Oh, damn. That feel good.
Oh, that was a short breath.
He's not going to
If
stop.
you don't take us out, fool.
Most of us do like this.
Well, it'll be a long day before he send y'all
Nobody
any
breathe
damn
that
thing
long.
else. How about that? He won't send y'all a damn thing. It'll be a long time before y'all get anything from his.
Is anybody gonna miss their photo?
Yeah, you gonna miss it. You say that now, but you'll miss it.
Hey, man, we'll see y'all tomorrow. Y'all stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Practice social distancing, okay?
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit steveharveyfm.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.